It may be in your,
Yeah, there's no claims document.
is it down at the bottom? No, it's not.
It's not.
Just a second.
The travel request is the last document.
I thought it was on there. I saw it on my stuff.
It wasn't on there this morning.
Do you have hard copy?
I have my
I
hard
think it
copy.
might have been taken off when they updated.
That might have been it, 'cause I thought I saw it on there before.
George
I
uses
glanced at it before, I thought I could have sworn so, but I didn't see it this morning.
Yeah, George and I could look at it, or you usually, you're the guy who,
Yeah, we could look at it,
we could
I
pass it
look at
for
it one
you.
more time.
I'll see if, I'll see what's going on. Maybe it can be on your stuff before we're done here.
Okay. Okay, if you'd all rise, welcome to this morning's Board of Works meeting. Due to the mayor's absence, I'll be the presiding officer today. Let's first say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item on the agenda is the minutes from the 9/4/20 meeting. George?
I looked those over and didn't see any discrepancies, did you?
No, I did. I appreciate Lynn's comments on the merchant fee reductions. I appreciate that. That was easy to follow, so I don't have an issue with it.
So, in light of that, I'll make a motion that we accept and approve the minutes.
I'll second that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Minutes passed, Lynn.
Thank you.
Brian, an update, the last meeting. Any comments that you have from some of the decisions that we made? Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
Issues going on over there? I can't see them.
So there was two change orders that were approved at the last meeting, correct? And then so the first one was for lane inliner. Well, Kikosing, I think, was the first one, sorry, is change order number 5 for the plant expansion. It was $108,355. It was for several different items. The first one was, we realized once the piping all got installed, we needed to add a couple check valves to keep any overflow from going back to the head of the plant through some of the piping. And then the second one, there was some confusion on the grit wall elevation. One drawing showed it at one elevation, another drawing showed it another, and unfortunately it's billed at the lower one, so there was a change order to bring that up a foot. There's a 24-inch line at the back of the plant, and it was not built according to our old as-built, so when they got it dug up, they had to do some piping rerouting, and it was a big 24-inch pipe, so that is kind of expensive when you start talking fittings and stuff to reroute that pipe. And then we needed to add a couple expansion joints in our air piping. That's just so as it gets hot and cold, that pipe can move just a little bit. And then in our digester room, if you've been in there or want to come out sometime, you'll see it's just a whole spaghetti of piping. We'll end up a couple of the pipes were in the way of a control panel, so we needed to reroute those a little bit. And then a couple of our pumps, the manufacturer changed how they wanted the cooling fans wired, so there was an additional cost there. For a total of $108,355. Brings our total change orders for this project to just over $500,000. We had a 3% contingency built into the project, which is about $750,000 for change orders, so we're still within that original 3% contingency plan. Does anybody have any questions on that one? Then the second change order was for lane inliner. It was the final change order for the small diameter project. So all the projects that we started a couple of years ago are now finished. And so it was just kind of adjustment of final quantities. There was a spot repair that we ended up not doing, so we got a credit on it. We did some additional pipe abandonment, which consists of filling that pipe so you never have sinkholes in the future once the pipe's been abandoned. And then some quantity adjustments. Those were, we had it listed as an 8-inch pipe and as a 6-inch pipe, or we had it listed as a 6 and it was a 12. Some of those things that were incorrect. And all that was overseen by the engineering firm and a city representative to ensure the accuracy of those. There's a whole report on all those changes attached to that if you want to review that, but that was that one. So that's the final pay adjustment, and then we have a final payment for that project. So. Any questions on that one?
Brian, thank you for sharing. We wanted to give you that opportunity. I'll let you know that 2 weeks ago, we were certainly looking your direction. I think Jeremy even spoke for a few minutes, and we just wanted to give you the time to speak.
Well, and I do apologize for missing that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for sharing. George,
you.
any questions?
No, it was nice. We know it's reviewed by the engineers, and Jeremy gave a pretty good explanation in your absence. So, I'll move we, do we need any kind of approval
No.
on that or no?
No, we do not.
We can just approve of your presentation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. We have a road closure for First Friday. Anybody like to speak on that? I don't see anybody. Paula, I think it's, if I remember right, it's 3 dates. Maybe the fire chief and police chief, October 2nd, November 6th, and December 4th.
I think it's basically the same road closures as before, Jeff. It's just
Okay.
updating with the county health department's approval.
They do mention sanitizing stations and everything that's.
Any issues from police or fire? Street? You okay? Lynn, and what you looked at, you feel good about what's in? Okay. Again, the dates, it's October 2nd, November 6th, and December 4th. George?
I have no questions. I'll move we approve the road closure request.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Then it passes. Park and Recreation, thank you, Sheila.
So the first contract that you have in front of you, or the only contract for me today, is for Heather Widner. When we contracted with her earlier in the year to do the painting classes, we only did the summer to see how those were going to go virtually. They did great. So now this is for 4 more dates throughout the fall, 1 per month, and we're alternating adult and child classes. Those will remain virtual through the end of the year at least, but this is for those 4 dates, September, October, November, and December is what this contract is for her to design the painting and virtually teach the painting live.
And that's why we're seeing the 150 per, not to exceed 600.
Correct.
That covers the.
Yep, because
okay.
it's 4 dates.
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions, George?
No, I'll move to approve the contract.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We
My
have a-
next 2 items are,
Sheila, is it too late for people to still sign up since the painting starts today?
it is too late to sign up for this one.
Okay.
Yeah. The next 2 items are mine also. These are both grant requests. The first one is permission to apply for the Community Foundation grant for the summer concert series. This is for next year's 2021 series. This is an annual grant that we apply for $5,000. It does support the actual musical acts. The other part of that grant, or the other part of the series, is funded through the Indiana Arts Commission grant, which we did already receive.
Feel free to share with us the second one. Have you done that?
Oh,
I was
no,
looking-
the
okay,
second
go ahead.
one then is also through the Community Foundation, but it's for the Kosciuszko REMC Operation Roundup grant. It is for Family Carnival. This is also a grant we apply for each year. It's $1,500. We did not get to have the Family Carnival for 2020, so we did give that grant back. We didn't use any of it, and it was just given back to them. And then we are applying for the 2021 grant, or I would like to.
Okay. George, any questions?
No, I'll move to approve if I can, both number 3 and number 4 to apply for both those grants.
I'll second that motion. Any questions, concerns? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it, Lynn.
Thank you.
Both grant applications have been accepted. Thanks.
Perfect. And if I could, both of those Community Foundation grants, those are the ones that require the digital signature. So I generally get with you guys closer to November. George is usually the one that comes and signs those for me. So just so you know that that will be coming closer to November.
Okay.
All right,
Just
thank
let-
you.
Thanks. Plan Department. Justin, thank you.
I have an agenda, so I think I'm the next.
You are.
So I am also requesting permission to apply for a grant. This is a grant application for an electric vehicle charging station, which is offered by the Indiana Department of Environmental Management. This grant application will be in conjunction with regional coalition partners through the Michiana Area Council of Governments. So MACOG will administer the grant application and provide technical support to the city throughout the process. If awarded, the grant will cover up to 90% of the cost of the station, or $9,000. We did a little bit of preliminary estimating. There are different models and different charging stations we could pursue. Some are more expensive. We kind of went with one that would be the most versatile, at least for our estimating purposes, in the mid-range. So the total cost we estimate to be around $15,000. We're actively seeking corporate sponsors through the chamber to cover some of that cost. So we're really hoping that we could almost get this thing for free for the city. So today I'm just asking if we could consider applying for this grant, and then obviously we'd come back if we were awarded and ask for permission to accept the grant funds. So, and the idea behind this would be to offer an amenity that would help create talent attraction, and just another way to keep those people that are coming to the city here, just by having that amenity where they could park somewhere downtown, shop at local businesses, charge their vehicle, and then head out on their way. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Do you have any questions, Jeff?
No, I do not.
Looks like a reason.
Yeah.
I'll move to approve the applying for the grant.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks.
Jeremy? Buffalo Street, pay application number 5, I think. Is that-
Yeah, this is just pay application number 5 for the plaza in the amount of $147,757.73. The engineer, our engineer, James, has looked at the project and has been following that throughout the construction and has approved the pay application that is being presented to you. And this money will be still being paid out of the Regional Cities grant that we received a year or so ago.
Okay. George?
No questions? If you don't, I'll move to approve.
Second. Any further comments, Jeremy?
That's it.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Airport Industrial Park?
So the next pay application is for the Airport Industrial Park. It's pay app number 15. This isn't the last one. There'll still be one additional pay application, most likely, that will include the remaining pay due as well as the balance to finish the retainage. This pay application is in the amount of $640,072.80. It also does include, which I did not include in your packet, but it does reference change order number 5, which was approved by the Redevelopment Commission. The previous change orders had come to Board of Works for approval, and that was primarily because this, if you remember correctly, this was both a redevelopment authority and a redevelopment commission project. So the redevelopment commission had cash that they were putting in, and then the redevelopment authority did the bond issue that the Board of Works was in charge of overseeing. Pay application 5 is going to be paid out of the cash on hand, so it was approved by the redevelopment commission at its last redevelopment meeting. And that change order is actually a deduction, so it's not additional funds. It's a deduction based on total contract unit prices used during the construction. There were a number of other additions to that. We changed some roadway asphalt improvements. We did a drainage culvert addition, and there was a biomet lateral, or Zimmer biomet lateral, that was added. But all the quantity adjustments throughout the project erased any of those additional charges, and ultimately led to an almost $40,000 decrease of the project. So that this pay application does reference that that change order number 5 as well, and that $40,000 reduction.
Yeah, I see that in here.
And usually you guys do the change orders and the pay applications in 2 different motions, so I don't know how you want to do it, if you want to do it all at one or in 2 different motions.
Could probably move George to accept as presented, and that would cover us unless legal has a concern with that. I'd need help with that, to make sure Lynn is comfortable.
Yeah, I think just make the 2 motions.
2 separate motions. Okay, what is, since it's 2 motions, Jeremy, you want to help us out?
Yeah, so you'd be basically approving change order number 5 as approved by the redevelopment commission, which is a deduction of $39,868.79 from the original contract.
George?
I'll move to approve.
Second. Any further comments? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passed, Lynn. Jeremy?
And then pay application number 15 in the amount of $640,072.80.
George?
I'll move to approve.
Second. Any further comments, questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Lynn, that good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you helping us out with that. Street Department. Dustin.
Yeah, just, again, this was in our budget at the beginning of the year, but just wanted to come through and go through the Board of Works. The mayor, I talked with him a couple weeks ago about this, just making sure that we were still okay to do this. But first of all, it's just an extremely good price. Case had secured a bid in 2016 with NDOT, which had been amended for each year to continue with bulk purchase pricing, which allows any other municipality to secure that state bid as well. Our city engineer, James Nemens, has assisted me from the initial meeting with Case until our situation today. We reviewed the documents from Case and the original contract up to the 2020 extension, just making sure we're in line with State Board of Accounts on having all the paperwork we needed to do to properly secure our price. So the base cost of this loader came in at $140,839. And then we've chosen to add full fenders for protection, upgrading to radial tires, fork attachments, and extended reach, and also purchasing the extended 5-year warranty to build off the 2-year factory warranty coming in with it, which brought our cost to $150,554.73. We were looking at trading in, per approval, our 1983 John Deere loader, as well as a 2003 New Holland loader that we currently have. These loaders both have age, rust, performance limitations, and maintenance compared to obviously a brand new state-of-the-art machine. The John Deere loader was purchased back in a county auction used in 1996, so it's been around for plenty of time. And the New Holland loader, we're running into limitations that if our other large loader goes down, we can't effectively load our salt trucks or anything else with it. So that extendable reach on a new machine would be, you know, extremely handy. But Case wasn't the only company we brought in. James and I had also met with John Deere, demoed their equipment as well. The price difference comparing apples to apples was over $30,000 difference with our trades. So I've also spoke with Cat. Like I said, we went through all the paperwork, everything with James. Thank him for, I don't think he's here today, but James has been a tremendous help with, you know, going through the first big purchase here for me. So I'd like to thank him for everything he did. But again, that $30,000 price difference is a big testament for just being able to ride underneath that state NDOT bid. So the payloader originally was $140,000, what we had budgeted in 2020. With the trades, plus everything we've added on that, we're down to like a little over 116,000. So very, very good price. It's something that we've definitely needed for the last couple of years, so it'd be great to have.
Looks like you did some good research and got some money for a 37-year-old loader. That's unbelievable.
Dustin, could you go over the part with NDOT and how they have had approval of buying bulk stuff like that? Because the only thing we have is the invoice from RPM.
Right, and I didn't bring that paperwork with me, Lynn, but that was, James, you have it.
Yeah, it was, NDOT went through a procurement procedure following competitive bidding, and we're just buying it through that. And we've got all of that paperwork available to us, so we can get that in your file.
We just need to have that in the file for the auditor when they come, so that it qualifies under 36171 for the cooperative purchasing.
And I know at one point we had discussed that when we do stuff like that, that we need a letter from the city attorney saying that everything's on the up and up and that it's good, that all the proper procedures have been taken to purchase equipment.
Okay, we'll get that information to Scott.
Okay, thank you. But that is a good price.
Yeah, and we do, I mean, we have the original document from 2016 as well as the amendment for, you know, each year. So we had, I mean, James made sure he had everything that we needed for that, so. And then furthermore, I mean, we're just looking at doing some different ways to attacking our city neighborhoods and stuff during snow events, to cut down on some curb damage, yard damage, sprinkler head damage, some different things that we fight in the spring after, you know, plowing snow in cul-de-sacs up off the road. We're leaning towards a good idea we've had is if we get a lot of snow of just cleaning the edges of the cul-de-sac, pushing the snow to the center, and coming back after the snow event's over, give us more time on the streets, making sure that the roadways are clear, and then going back with this new loader and the one we still have to load that snow up and haul it away completely, so the residents aren't having to deal with the snow in their yard or any damage there as well. So this machine would definitely just be a tool to kind of take those ideas into reality as well.
We gotta keep the cul-de-sacs clean. Because I live on one, that's what I'm saying.
Lynn, are you comfortable?
Oh, yeah.
We can
Oh, yeah.
consider action even
Yes.
without that paperwork that
Yeah.
they promised they'll
I
get it to you later.
figured that someone had it, sometimes
Okay.
we just say, don't, you know, if you keep it on hand, so we're
Right.
not muddying up our files and getting so much paperwork that it's overwhelming for our stuff, but, and I thought we had talked about it, and it was definitely through a purchasing program. I forgot it was in DOT, but I'm good.
Appreciate
Are you
you
good, Scott?
letting us.
I am.
That's a good, Scott. Okay. So George, it looks like we can consider and take action. Do you have any questions or?
No, and I will move that we approve the purchase of the 2020 case with the understanding, of course, that James and Dustin will get the information that the city attorney and Lynn need.
Thanks, George. I'll second that. Dustin, thanks for the presentation. Appreciate it. Any questions, concerns on the board? All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
It's Brian again.
Been with the city 21 years. I hate to see that John Deere go.
I was picking on him. I said, that's actually older than the truck I drove in. That's an old truck, yeah, so, yeah, or piece of equipment. All right. Thanks, Brian.
Should we have a special celebration or a
Yes,
special?
I will.
Looks like pay up at 18.
This is pay up 18 for Kekosing for the plant expansion project. It's been reviewed by both Westler and within our department. We're recommending payment for work performed at the plant.
George?
I didn't see anything on there that I would challenge these fellows on, so I'll prove that we approve the pay application.
Second. Brian, anything further?
We're 80% plus through the payment and through the time, and we're getting down towards the end. It's interesting out there right now. Every day things are different, but it's moving forward.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. Next one, Brian, I think you do have several here.
Yeah, this is for Westler, for the treatment plant project also. This mainly is for, part of our SRF requirement is we have an asset management plan. And so Westler is working on putting that asset management plan together for us. This will include not only the treatment plant, but the collection system also. So it'll be a comprehensive asset management plan, but it is one of the requirements of the SRF loan that we have that document. And we have to have it to them before we close out on the project.
So necessary oversight.
Yes.
I'll move, we approve the disbursement.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. Brian, next one.
This again is for Westler for the plant expansion, but this one covers, we've had some plant training provided by Westler on how the new plant's going to operate and how some of the new equipment operates, and then construction oversight and questions that the contractor may have. So that's what this second payout for Westler is.
I'll move to approve the pay application.
Second that motion. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. That one passes. Lynn, next one, Brian.
This is the payout for NV Grant Services for the plant expansion project as well. This is the payroll auditing that's required for SRF also. She provides us all the documents, so when SRF asks for our audits, that we can provide that information.
That's the same amount every month, then?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll move to approve.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Next one.
This last one is another one for Westler. This is with the pipe lining projects. This had to do with that final change order for the small diameter. This was them preparing that, getting all the documentation ready, making sure everything was correct. If this isn't the last one for that project for Westler, there's probably only going to be one more.
George.
I'll move to approve that. Yeah.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks a
Thank you.
lot, Brian.
If you guys want to try to see if your docket's on board pack,
It was.
okay, great.
It did. Thank you. Did you see it, George, on a reload? Up at the top, the orange, it's orange now.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Wait a minute, no?
If you hit it, I think it's orange until you,
Oh, maybe.
I do see it, Lynn, at the bottom on mine.
Well, if it hasn't changed since I first saw it, then it should be all right. I don't see it.
Close it out, and then,
You
Close
can
it
just
out.
look at my copy if you want to, George, when we get there.
Should I log out?
Hey,
Yeah.
don't worry about it, George, you can just look at my copy.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a good idea.
Do you see it on there? I mean, I. Oh, there we go.
You're dangerous, George. So there you go.
There it is.
Thanks, Lynn.
All right, thank you.
got it,
Lynn.
yeah.
Now that you brought that down, I have it
All
up.
right, I think before that, we do have
Travel.
HR, it's
Yeah.
hire report, 15. I don't see Jennifer here. Looks like we have a probationary patrol officer. Chief, any comments or? Maybe not. Thank you. Put you on the spot here. Appreciate
No,
it.
that's fine. Yeah, so basically, it was an oversight. We had hired a probationary patrol officer in December of last year. That probationary salary changed effective January 1st. Her salary, because it was so close to the end of the year, didn't get adjusted. So simply asking the board to approve for the police department to make a pay adjustment on the next payroll in the amount of $986.48. So that's basically just, it was short $51.92 per pay for 19 payrolls so far this year. So that's
Will
that
this-
reimbursement, and then the pay will then be adjusted. The EBI, the Employee Benefit Information Sheet, will now reflect the accurate amount, which is 1782.69.
So there is, if I'm saying it right, back pay, that'll all be corrected and, okay. And then the new one, okay.
And then we'll be good, yeah. It's just-
Thank you for the clarification, George.
I'll move to approve that.
Second.
Thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks.
And thanks, Lynn, for helping with that. Looking our direction, appreciate it. Travel requests, looks like we have 2 from fire and 1 from police. Any comments there? I think, Chief, you were talking about it. Fire department and what you're wanting to do, the either council meeting or last Board of Works. What's
As
going
last
on?
Board of Works, it came to you because of
Yeah,
how it went to territory board and then came to you after they traveled. The mayor spoke about his allowing that to happen. And there was issues found with the apparatus.
Okay.
So now it's coming to you before it goes to territory board because the potential dates for them to travel is the end of September into the first part of October. We have not received a phone call from Hoosier as to when, but we wanted to get it to the Board of Public Works and Safety for asking your permission for them to travel back out at Hoosier Fire
Yeah.
expense to
I
do the
yeah, I believe
final.
that. Yeah, that's the key. So we're
Yeah.
going to approve going back, and the key
And then,
for us would be there's no
if
cost
you-
to us.
Correct. If
Okay.
you approve it, then we will make an email notification to the mayor's office when we get that phone call from Hoosier. Hoosier will buy the airplane tickets and they'll take care of getting the 2 lieutenants back out to Nebraska to do the final.
Okay.
Big goal in doing that, because we don't want it to arrive in Indianapolis and still have issues.
Lynn, any input or concerns there? I'd appreciate your judgment on that.
No,
That's fine. Okay.
I think it's great.
That's
That way we know there's something coming, but we don't know when.
And no cost to the
And it should be
city.
no cost, right? to the
Right.
city.
Right. Thank you, Chief. George, any question?
No, I'll move we approve the travel requests as presented.
Chief, before I second that, do you have any comments on the one from police, or you good? We're good? Okay, thank you.
Recertification.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll second that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, George. That did pass all of them, fire and police. And now, special claims, no.
No special claims.
And George,
I glanced through there again, I didn't see anything changing on the claims docket. Did you have any questions?
no, I always appreciate and trust your input on that.
Well, thank you for pulling that back up, Lynn.
Mhm.
Appreciate
You're
that. And so I'll move we approve the claims docket. If there's no questions.
Second, any questions? Good. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. It passes, Lynn, thank you. Any other items? Department heads, visitors? Anybody? Thank you for your efforts. George, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you very much.
Have a good weekend, thank you.
George?
All righty. Appreciate it again, 11:15.
I did, so, yeah, so